What's happening, my people? Shit. Sorry for the quality of the last video. I didn't mess with my settings and stuff, but I made the video so long that I didn't want to go back and make my points and stuff again, filming. So it's just the way it is. So this one right here, you can see my ugliness more pristine. But anyways, let me get into the point of this right here. A book assessment, not a review or anything, just a brush over of this book right here. This is something that I've been looking forward to. I follow Charlamagne on many of his platforms, on Brilliant Idiots podcast, The Breakfast Club, of course. I watch the MTV show sometime whenever I can catch it, but his Vlad TV interviews, just multiple things. I like what the brother says, or even if I don't like it, it's entertaining. It's entertaining at the end of the day. Like his interviews with Kanye and different people. But anyway, that's not what this is about. A lot of people think homeboy asshole. He probably just a stupid individual, etc. This book right here, it says otherwise. It's basically, I don't want to say it's like a self-help book. It's kind of a self-help book and an autobiography mixed together. He talks about many things in his life growing up in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. If you watch the show, you follow him, he always mentions Moncks Corner, South Carolina. So he's very proud of where he comes from. He hasn't left it behind. Like he's left the place. He's in New York, but like it's still in his mind. Like he's very prideful of his place or whatever. But it's a lot of he's very honest about his past and how he was selling crack in Moncks Corner, the trouble he got into, how he used to be very smart in school. It took me a long time to say smart right. That's not the word I was looking for, but he was a very bright individual in school, but then the pressures of wanting to fit in, and that right there, that transferred him to being a good student into being subpar and being bad. But that's what a lot of us go through. I went through it myself as a youngster. I could have skipped grades and stuff. I was in the gifted stuff, and that's neither here or there. But I was a good student. But I got towards junior high and people who tease me and stuff, and just being around certain people, like being around certain individuals, and then you want to go do that. Then I picked up basketball instead of other things I was into, and all I wanted to do was hoop, and I didn't bring home any books and stuff. I still was like a BC student, but I could have been straight A's. And he seemed like he went through a similar thing, but he took it to another level. Like I wasn't out selling crack and all that. I was on the block with people doing whatever, but I didn't do it. Like I still kept my own mind. But just showing his battles of coming up in that situation and from a small area, his family issues, and him trying to get on, him getting fired multiple times, things like that, and still having the belief in himself and the stubbornness to keep going further in his life, and how it propelled him to being where he is today. And a lot of it was especially like him being the asshole that he is people say asshole, but he's very truthful. Like if he said something behind somebody's back, he said it to his face, and that has been something that people in society, people like to say that, oh, that's asshole, man, you ain't got no filter. But sometimes it's a positive thing. It lets people know where you're coming from, and people don't have to second guess you, and you're not underhanded. People, they know what it is. So it has a lot of things that are very entertaining, for one. A lot of things that are helpful. Me personally, I've read a few books. I haven't read a million books. I have my little collection that I read. I've read at least 3 or 4 Russell Simmons books. Super Rich, blase 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 blase. But I read his Super Rich. I read his book about yoga. He had something about stretching and yoga and stuff, and something about meditation. I think, or that might be the same book. I read his autobiography. Well, one of his autobiographies, I guess. I only have Super Rich. The other ones I got rid of them, I guess. I don't know. I think I sold them back on eBay. Tyrese's book was a great book. But you know Tyrese sounds kind of preachy at moments. 48 Laws of Power is a very good book. Huge book. 48 Laws of Power is you're gonna be reading for a while. This book is about almost 300 pages, but it doesn't read like it's, God damn, I'm ready to finish this. Like, I was entertained the whole time. It's a very good book. I'm not getting paid for this or anything. I'm just giving you my thoughts. As far as like those books, with 48 Laws of Power was a great book, but 48 Laws of Power has a lot to do with history. If you read it, it has different things. It has historically how it helped people, a certain law that helped people, but then it'll have the same law towards the end and people that followed that same law, but it didn't work for them. Like something like I don't have any examples at the time, but if you read the book, you'll know what I'm talking about. 50th Law. That was 50 Cent's book. It was based on 40 Laws of Power, but it's like 50 cents things that helped him get to where he was at. And it was a pretty good book. It was very small. But this one right here, it was more relatable. As far as like the Tyrese book was pretty good. But like his biggest thing, detriment, like he came from Watts, California, but he left when he was real early. I don't know if I want to say left, but he got on pretty early. And one of his biggest deterrents or biggest obstacles was when he got into Hollywood and he got lazy and he started getting kind of fat on camera. So Will Smith looked at him and was like, "Man, that was terrible." And after I watched you, I got jumped on the treadmill and stuff. So it was like this right here was way more relatable than Tyrese's book. Like if that was his biggest obstacles coming up, like you had a pretty good life, my brother. This one, on the other hand, is more realistic in he doesn't sugarcoat anything. As far as like there's some things like let me go into I'm not gonna give too many of the things, but I'm gonna tell you my favorite ones. My favorite ones, principle number 3, fuck your dreams. That's one I enjoyed, but it's one that kind of cut deep. Cause like I rap and stuff, but it's like fuck your dreams is like he wants you to have a dream and wants you to push yourself, but some things are just not for you. Like he wanted to be a rapper, but he wants to be a rapper because he's seen other people rapping and stuff like that. He thought that was something that because he thought that was the only way he could get on to so one person told him, fuck that rap shit. You need to quit that. Your calling is radio. And so he followed that. And so in his mind is like sometimes you need to put somebody in check. Like if you trying to be an NBA player but you can't shoot hoops, like maybe you need to quit that dream and find your real calling. So it was a pretty good thing. Like it kind of cut deep to a certain extent. Like nigga, you need to quit rapping. But I don't take it like that because I'm not really trying to blow up anymore. Like I do it because I like the creativity in it. But anyways, that's a very good principle in the book, and as far as how it helped him out and just the way he goes about it. And principle number 5 is another good one. Put the weed in the bag. Put the weed in the bag. That right there. He got that from Belly. From Belly when DMX has the goons, the little young cats, and they talking about yo B, I wanna be the big man. I wanna get all this money, and DMS is like, you need to learn to put the weed in the bag first. So what he's talking about is like how radio and stuff, you can intern, and intern you don't get paid, but you do that and it could propel you to something else. But a lot of people don't want to put in the work to get to where they need to be. Some people, they want to, like, for example, if you a UFC fighter, if somebody just gets into UFC and they break into UFC and they have their first 2 fights on the channel or whatever on TV, and they like, man, I want that big Conor McGregor money. But you got to put in your work first before you can get that Conor McGregor money. But a lot of people, they want to just become who they think they're meant to be right off top. But you got to put the work in. So that's a lot of what that principle is. But there are, I think it's like 7 principles, but each one has a story to it. And it goes all the way from his childhood in Moncks Corner to him going through radio in South Carolina, in Philadelphia, in New Jersey, in New York, and all this, in his TV things. It's just a bunch of different things, and stories behind the scenes, like whenever Wendy Williams fired him, in his Kanye interviews, why he did certain things, and I think even the Birdman interview, he goes into that. But I would very much recommend this book. I was about to say don't take my word for it, but I'm telling you, take my word for it. If you have time, if you are a reader, I would say get the book. About maybe $20. Me, I like physical books, so I waste like $21. If you are of the age now and you just want to read it, you can get it digitally. Like a Nook book or whatever it is. Like, you can get that version for like $4 or $5. So it's not that expensive for you to be able to read the book. You can get it and you can read it on your phone or on your tablet or whatever. So I would very much recommend it. If you had any thoughts of the book and you was like, I don't know if I want to get this or not, it's real good. It's better than I expected. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that on my Forrest Gump shit. But fuck with your boy, like, comment, subscribe. Gonna be the greatest of the most hated. Charlamagne the God, hashtag Black Privilege. Check it out. If you read it, give your thoughts. Or if you do read it, you can come back to this video and give your thoughts, or hit me up on Twitter or anything, whatever. Links in the bio, in the description, whatever. Fuck with me.